Now, you already know this ain't no ordinary travel podcast. This is the place where stories stretch across oceans, where truth comes wrapped in laughter, and healing shows up between passport stamps. I'm Auntie Rae, your resident hot pants wearing, globe trotting, truth telling storyteller. And I've got a tale for you. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something warm or wild, and let's take this journey together. One soul-soaked step at a time.
Let's take this step, reborn and brand new. After wardrobe drama and a few close calls, overfilled cases crashing through these walls, the big day arrived like a friend who don't knock, just walked right in, breaking the ticking clock. Bon voyage to me, hid in the deep blue. My personality packed a memoir, breaking through. 2 solid carry-ons, 2 others you can't name, but emotional preparedness, playing my own game. My path was chosen, a journey to embrace. No corporate shackles, just time and open space. Queen Mary calling from Brooklyn's Bright Pier to Southampton's Promise, casting out all fear. Oh, freedom's calling on oceans wide and deep, where the soul takes flight, secrets it can keep. From chaos to clarity, a shimmering new start. This unexpected blessing, healing every part. No return flight booked, just trust in the flow. Letting my spirit lead, watching my wild heart grow.
Wow, after all that wardrobe drama and a few near meltdowns over misplaced chargers and overfilled suitcases, as you might recall from my packing confessions in the last episode, the big day finally showed up like an old friend who don't knock, just walks in and makes herself at home. Bon voyage to me. Auntie Rae is hitting the high seas. Now, don't get me wrong. The days leading up to this trip were filled with all kinds of chaos. You ever try to pack your whole personality into 2 checked bags and a carry-on? Girl, my luggage is practically a memoir. But somehow, after enough reshuffling and re-rolling to qualify for a TSA gymnastics team, it all zipped shut. Let's get one thing clear, though. Packing light ain't never been my ministry. I got 2 solid carry-ons and 2, let's not talk about it, check bags rolling with me. But listen, when you're a woman of mystery, elegance, and mood swings, you got to have options. That's not overpacking. That's emotional preparedness. So here's the lineup. I booked my transatlantic crossing aboard the Queen Mary, 2 from Brooklyn to Southampton, because if Auntie's gonna cross oceans, she gonna do it in style. That ship is so fancy, it makes you want to walk around saying "darling," even when you're just looking for the ice machine. After that, I hop aboard, not 1, not 2, but 4. Yes, I scored 4 back-to-back Carnival cruises through the Mediterranean. I call it my sea, sip, and self-discovery tour. Dover to Spain, Italy, and a few ports that'll make you question if you're even still on Earth. Now, I ain't booked a no return flight. Yep, you heard me. I'm out here free floating like a satin robe in a summer breeze. The idea of no firm plans on the back end, that's the kind of freedom that makes your soul do a little shimmy. I'll come back when the wind tells me it's time, or when my debit card starts coughing. Let's talk logistics real quick. Flights to New York, booked. Cruises, paid in full. Luggage, overflowing. Wardrobe, questionable but enthusiastic. Spirit, wide open. and all of it funded by the gift of sudden unemployment. It sounds wild to call it a gift, after the sting I felt, but after the fog cleared, it became exactly that, a forced liberation. Sometimes getting laid off is the universe's way of saying, girl, go live your life. And I did what any true traveler on a budget with a big dream would do. I leveraged every travel hack, agent perk, and cousin who owes me a favor I could muster. Let the record show, Ray will always find a deal, especially when it comes to my travel. Now, sure, things could go sideways, flights delay, luggage gets lost, weather throws a tantrum, but that's just part of the ride. And if I end up stranded somewhere along the Adriatic coast with no return plan and a suitcase full of questionable shoe choices, well, I could do worse. Worst case scenario, I embed myself in some sleepy seaside village, learn to make olive oil from scratch, and become the mysterious American auntie who reads fortunes and makes the best lemon cake in town. Tragic, right? Truth is, I ain't afraid of the unexpected anymore. I'm done letting fear write my itinerary. I used to think safety was in structure, in job titles, in routine. My past self, bound by routine, couldn't even imagine this wild ride. But real safety? It's in trust, in flow, in knowing that no matter where I land, I got me. So as I close the chapter on what was and set sail into what's next, I'm reminding myself that ships ain't meant to stay docked, and neither am I. The ocean's calling, adventure's waiting. Auntie Rae is stepping out the harbor and into the wild. Now let's talk truth. You know how I always tell folks, never book all your travel in one day if you can help it. Spread it out. Give yourself breathing room. Let the universe catch up. So why, Lord, why did I go against my own gospel on this trip? That's right. Auntie Rae, seasoned travel whisperer and expert packer of emotional baggage, booked it all in one wild, chaotic swoop. Flights, crews, transfers, and vibes stacked tighter than Sunday greens in a pressure cooker. Listen, in my defense, I had stars in my eyes and sea spray in my dreams. The transatlantic voyage on the Queen Mary 2 was already locked down. The rest, I figured I'd finesse it as I went. Famous last words. Let me set the scene. Red-eye flight into LaGuardia. No backup hotel, no wiggle room, just faith and a two-piece tracksuit. My logic was simple. Save a coin, sleep on the plane, and roll straight into Brooklyn Cruise Terminal, like Beyonce at soundcheck. Reality? It was giving Hot Mess Express. Girl, these airlines nowadays are a whole sitcom. I swear my flight time shifted 3 times in 2 days. Like Mercury in retrograde was personally messing with my itinerary. Layovers that don't make sense, prices that insult your bank account, and schedules that shift like Mercury in retrograde. Flying has gone from an experience to an extreme sport. Delirious, hungry, and dragging 2 suitcases that weighed more than a regretful ex, I stumbled through that airport, hair askew, and my meticulously applied lipstick long gone, looking like TSA's cautionary tale. And here I was, front row and center, praying my bags and sanity made it to the cruise. But you couldn't tell me nothing. I was on a mission. Miraculously, somebody up there must love me. I landed on time. LaGuardia to Brooklyn was a journey in itself. Picture this. Me, a grown woman with a travel steamer in one hand and a duffel full of dreams in the other, sweating down the subway steps like it was boot camp. The crowded cars, the confusing maze of tunnels, every turnstile a battle. And yet, when I finally laid eyes on that ocean liner, glistening and grand, its towering black hull, standing bold under the morning sun, like it had been waiting just for me, every mishap, every weird airport snack, every "you still coming" text from my subconscious, it all melted away. That's the thing about travel. It'll try you, test you, stretch you like $1 at the dollar store. But once that massive, beautiful ship pulls away from shore, feeling the rumble deep in your chest, it's magic. Pure, uncut, soul-wakin magic. I know now I should have flown in the night before, given myself grace and time. But sometimes chasing your dream means catching it barefoot, breathless, and 5 minutes late. So here's what I'll say to y'all. Even when travel is messy, unpredictable, and a little raggedy around the edges, don't give up on the ride. Because somewhere between the airport chaos and the cruise deck peace, you find pieces of yourself you forgot you needed. You know, standing there at the cruise terminal, I had a little moment. A flash, me at 17, wide-eyed and rocking a knockoff Samsonite, boarding my first flight to Europe. I was scared and thrilled all at once. I remember clutching that passport like it held my whole future, which in a way it did. I didn't know back then that I was planting the first seed of this wandering spirit. That first trip was awkward, a little lonely, and oh so brave. But it cracked something open in me. And now, decades later, here I am, still chasing wonder, still dragging bags through terminals, still whispering prayers in airport bathrooms, but with more stories, more sass, and more gratitude. That girl back then had no idea who she'd become, but I think she'd be proud of me. Let's see what waits for me across the pond. One thing's for sure, Auntie Rae's got her passport, her prayer journal, and a heart wide open for what's next. Stay with me, y'all. The story's just getting good.
4 cruises waiting, a Mediterranean dream. My sea sip self-discovery, it would seem. Dover to Spain, then Italy, soft light. Ports that'll make you question, burning ever so bright. My debit card, my compass, till the wind whispers low. This jobless liberation, watching my spirit glow. Leveraged every hack, every agent's kind hand. The universe's nudge on this glorious land. Travel is the prize, with the heart wide open under these new skies. Remember that red eye, the hot mess express ride. Delirious and hungry, nowhere left to hide. Dragging heavy cases, a TSA cautionary tale, but a mission burning through the urban gale. A shimmering new start, this unexpected blessing healing every part. No return flight booked, just trust in the flow. Letting my spirit lead, watching my wild heart grow. Then I saw that liner, glistening grand and true. The scent of salt and promise breaking through. Every misnap, every airport strange call, melted away, standing strong and tall. Travel might test you, stretch you to the core, but once that ship pulls, magic forevermore. Barefoot and breathless, catching dreams anew, finding pieces of myself I never knew. 17 again, knock off Samsonite in hand, scared and thrilled across that foreign land, planting the first seed, a wandering soul now free. More sass, more stories, embracing who I'm meant to be. This road Auntie's walking, rich with every twist. My passport, my prayer, my heart. heart's eternal bliss.